Okay guys, so how to breathe properly is pretty simple, but it's going to take a bit of practice to get going, okay? But one thing we want to be concentrating on is actually making sure we're present in the present moment here. So make sure that you're here now and not thinking about something else, because that's going to help us get the breathing right. It's going to help breathing work for us and bring the relaxation response. Fairly simple. What we want to make sure is most of our breathing is coming through our belly first and then our chest. There's nothing wrong with chest breathing, but most of the breathing must come through our belly, and we must see more activity in the belly breathing than we do in the chest. Pull check is a great way of looking at it. 2/3 in the belly, 1/3 in the chest. Belly fills up first and then the chest, and that's what you're going to see with me here. So what we want to do is do about 30 deep breaths. Do it at the beginning of the day as well, just to get it right, to set yourself up for the day. And so what we want to do is breathe through your nose and out through your mouth, and concentrate on the belly breathing here. So here we go. Now, use different variations for this, but you'll notice that I actually like to put a pause at the top of the inhalation. So inhale, pause for about a couple of seconds, and then breathe out slowly. And that's what works best for me. You might like to use different variations just to keep the variety up, keep your interest up high as you do this, but also to get better response. Some of you might respond better to a better, more aggressive exhalation. So when you breathe out, it's more powerful and aggressive. So it looks like this. So that might work well for you. The other way is actually breathing in through your mouth and out through your mouth. I would not recommend this as a habit to do, but it's a great way of getting more, for me at least, is to get more air into the lungs. And that's what we want to do, basically, because we want to make sure that the diaphragm is pushing down sufficiently and activating the psoas. So the psoas is the messenger to the hips. So getting as much air into the lungs and into the belly as much as possible is pretty important. So using in through your mouth and out through your mouth is a great way of doing it. I prefer, actually, for health reasons, breathing through your nose and out through your mouth is more healthier, because when you breathe through your nose, the nose is going to flush out more toxins out the air than it does through the mouth. So it's far healthier. But to use as a tool to activate the diaphragm, the psoas, for me it works really well in terms of getting air into the lungs, as I say. So it looks like this through pursed lips, as if you're actually smoking a cigarette. And another variation that might work for you is AMN Academy. I learned this from AMN Academy. So actually covering up your eyes with your hands. So what this does is actually trick the body into thinking it's nighttime, and you trick the eyes into thinking it's nighttime. It sends an automatic response in the body to relax. And it's a pretty cool way of actually tricking the body into relaxation. So what you do is cover your eyes up with your hands, and watch whatever technique you prefer, do the breathing. So use whatever variation you like to keep the interest levels up, but to find out what works for you as well. Do 30 deep breaths in the morning, I'd recommend, so you set yourself up for the day. But also, as I said in the previous video, do your before and after muscle test, before and after flexibility test on your hips, maybe a hamstring stretch, maybe a shoulder flexibility test, just to see the difference the deep breathing does to your body, because you're going to find yourself going to feel different. You might find yourself feeling lighter on your feet when you do squats. You might feel just huge sense of relaxation, which is what you should feel. You'll also feel more range of motion in your joints as well, which can only benefit you when you're starting your training, or even more importantly, when you're going in to compete. Get good at this lost art. Most people have lost the art of breathing correctly because of obviously the pressures of the world. Get good at this lost art, because it will pay you back in spades. Thanks for watching.